Till now we have seen some concepts classes which forms the basis of understanding with regard to political science and obviously international relations also. So today we will be starting our syllabus, and if you pick up your syllabus you will be seeing the first topic, that is political theories, that we are going to discuss. Before going into the discussion with regard to the nature and the various aspects of political theory, let us also talk about a conceptual thing with regard to it. We are having politics, political, polity, and political science. These four words we have learned in and out in our discussions till now, but we have to summarize it so that it retains in our mind for a long period of time. Politics relates to various practices and activities of groups, associations to assume power. That is what is politics. Okay, through the politics he became manager. Through the politics he is surviving in the company. Through the politics the government has got the power. Getting my point? So politics is nothing but the activities, the processes, the procedures one follows, especially for what purpose? To assume power, which could be campaigns, rallies, protest, through digital way also, making the manifesto, making the objectives of a particular group or the association to reach to the masses. And with the help of that particular activity, he want to assume what? Power. Right? That is what is called as politics. Very, very important. Then what is the meaning of political? It is a derivative of politics only. Political means affairs of the government. After the assumption of power, the government will be formed, and when the government will be formed, what kind of affairs are being taken up or given priority or being neglected by the government, that is called as political. So for example, if I tell you here, Mr. Raj has a 10 years of career in politics, means to assume power, to be in opposition, etc., so and so forth, to conduct rallies, to conduct meetings, okay, to run social media campaigns, to assume power. So he has been on and off in the politics and trying to seek power. And after the seeking the power, what he gonna do? That is anyhow will be there in the manifesto. Right or wrong? That anyhow will be there in the manifesto. And how better he will be doing that, it just depends upon the individual ethics. Right. So Mr. Raj is having 10 years of power in politics. Now, employment is, at this point of time, employment is a bigger political issue. That is nothing but affairs of the government. That is what I am talking about. How the government is conducting itself on various fronts. Okay. So at this point of time, employment is a political issue, means government issue. Unemployment is a government issue. Unemployment is a government issue. A lot of people also says that in this particular area, in political affairs of the government, public policies are also being questioned. Public policies are nothing but the policies that are made for all of us, for the civilians. That is called as public policies are being discussed. That is called as political. Now if you see here, the polity is derived from the political only. In and out, upar, and mota I am saying you. Affairs of the government is political. Polity. whatever the public policies, whatever the decision making, whatever the affairs of the governments are being handled by the administration. The administrative setup of a country is called as polity. The administrative setup of a country is called as what? Polity, which includes what? PM and Council of Ministers for the legislature, then judiciary for the Supreme Court and all for the validity of the policies. Then we have the bureaucracy here which actually implements. So PM and Council of Ministers with the help of legislature makes what? Policies. These policies will be validated by the judiciary, then that will be implemented by the bureaucracy. The complete administrative setup of a country is called as polity, and through polity only, through the administrative setup only, governance is done. What is done? Governance is done. What is the meaning of governance? Delivering services, delivering various services to the people, Then we have political science. Political science is nothing but a research work which will be done on present political system across the world. That is called as political science. How capitalistic system under democracy, how it will perform. How socialism under a communist, how it will be performing. Okay, that complete aspect, even with regard to India being a socialist economy before 1991, after that capitalistic economy, and you can say today at this point of time a mixed economy, more inclination towards the capitalism. How in this setup democracy is performing, or how in this setup a government or the welfare of the people is being done or achieved. Any setup, whether it's like USA, which is having capitalism plus democracy, you are having Russia, socialism again with democracy. In our country we are having what? Both mixed socialism, capitalism, and again we are having democracy. In all of these, at the end what we need to achieve? A welfare state, a state which is well off, where all the population are able to achieve the basic necessities of life. That is only called as what? Faring well. Are you faring well? Yes. Are you faring well? Yes. Are you faring well? Yes. How can I be able to say this? Only on the basis of what? On the basis of all of you are able to satisfy your needs and wants. If you are able to do that, we are faring well. Ours is a welfare state. So in all these setup, whether it is USA, whether it is Russia, whether it is India, at the end what we seeks to achieve is a welfare state. Then you again have autocratic governments in Gulf countries. Autocratic governments in Gulf countries. There they do not have democracy. Hereditary assertion of power is there. Okay, in that particular setup, how the people are faring well, whether that political setup is good or this political setup is good, when you try to do the research on it and try to find your hypothesis or good and bad advantages, critically analyze what system is good, what system is not good, for which particular democracy, which system is good. When you try to do all this research and try to bring out a very good article and hypothesis, then it is called as what? Political science. And the last one we are having here is political theory. Political theory. After the political science, the last stage will be what? A political theory. A theory which is derived or which shows us how an ideal state can be achieved. How an ideal state can be achieved. Okay, ideal means what? Error free, flawless, smooth, perfect, near perfect. That is called as what? Ideal state. The best version of yourself is called as what? Your ideal. The best theory in which there is no hegemony of the power is there. There is no what I say is that arbitrary action of the government will be there. All the organs of the government are equally balanced, plus welfare is being achieved in the society. Everyone is treated equally, everyone is progressing equally, everyone is able to satisfy basic needs, aspirations, opportunities. Class rigidities are not there, caste rigidities are slowly going down, going towards progressiveness, egalitarianism. All of these, okay, considered to be an ideal state. So whatever the next class that we are going to discuss is all about political theories that seeks to achieve what? That seeks to achieve ideal state. I hope this is all clear to you, very, very important. Okay.